subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfucker.
So this is season 5, episode 6. I got Evan on. You want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
So we got a bunch of stuff we want to talk about tonight. But before we start, this is a big week for me. It's my 5-year YouTube anniversary this week. I just wanted to. We were talking about before we recorded. I just wanted to point that out.
Year 5, episode 6, and James the Sheriff the Dixon being number 1.
Yep, and by the way, fun fact, by the end of season 5, I will have 50 episodes of this podcast out.
Let's go!
So yeah, if we want to jump right into it, if it's fine with you, we can just jump right into the Barbie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on Barbie.
You know, it's a man's world. Well, I actually sat down with my girlfriend a couple nights ago and watched the Barbie movie, and I gotta say, I honestly really liked it quite a bit. I thought Michael Cera was really funny in it. What was his character's name? Alan?
Alan, yes.
Michael Cera. I always love Michael Cera and anything that he's in. I thought his character in Barbie was especially funny, and just the whole premise of it was really well done. I see why it was so popular, and honestly, I was not expecting much of it going into it.
What do you think what do you think of Margot Robbie's performance compared to Ryan Gosling? Because when I watched it 4 times. I watched it once by myself, I watched it once with Tommy, and I watched it once again with Mom and Jack. And I thought every single time Margot Robbie's performance fell flat, and I loved Ryan Gosling's performance as Ken. I thought he had fun with it, and I just thought compared to Margot Robbie's performance in Birds of Prey or The Suicide Squad, I thought her performance in this fell flat.
You know, it's what she had to work with, but I got to be honest. Like the dynamics of both her character and Ryan Gosling, like I thought they both meshed really well. Like I thought Ryan Gosling did an excellent job of playing the antagonist in the whole series, and they just kind of the way that the structure of the movie was, it gave him a lot of freedom to portray his role the way he did. But I was really impressed with Margot Robbie's performance. The actors and actresses are only ever as good as the writing is, and I honestly am impressed by both of them.
So you're disagreeing with me that she didn't fall flat, and
I mean, her characters in Birds of Prey and her playing Harley Quinn are there. I mean, it's Harley Quinn. She's crazy, but
But what about I'm Just Ken? The last 40 minutes of the movie was a little legit. I'm Just Ken. Come on, man.
I enjoyed it through and through. I honestly wish there was more pink throughout the movie. I don't think they had enough pink.
Come on, man. The pink Corvette, the pink mansion. Come on. Casa, house. Come on.
That was really good. I thought the whole thing was well rounded. Honestly, I really don't have any big critique.
Did you ever watch that Superstore show?
No, I have not. What's that one?
You know the mom that played the daughter, the mom and the daughter actor. She played in that sitcom Superstore.
Oh no, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, no. I watched. I knew the mom from that show because that's what was her starting up thing. So I knew the mom, the one that got the Barbies to wake up and from their coma or whatever. So I knew the mom from another show. Yeah. And it's on Hulu for, if you have Hulu for free or whatever, it's on Hulu, yeah.
Is it worth checking out?
Oh, yeah, it's a great comedy. It's, kind of like The Office, but, if you work for, Walmart, it's like a Walmart spin-off type show, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just surprised, you like her performance. Mom agrees with me, she liked Ryan Gosling more than Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to talk about before I dive into it, do you want me to jump to Walking Dead real quick?
I mean, go ahead, yeah.
So, what do you want to know? Since you said you stopped watching like season what?
Oh, I'm bad. When Negan hit
Season 7?
Glenn with the baseball bat at the end of the season, I just
Season
couldn't.
7.
I couldn't keep watching the cliffhangers.
So, what do you think of all
I was
the?
chewing. I ran out of fingernails to chew.
What do you think of What do you think of all the spin-offs that have happened since?
Again, I haven't been up to date on any single one of them. But I mean, from what
But
you've told me in the past, they sound worthwhile, worth watching.
Oh, but you know,
my favorite. What's that?
They just did a Maggie and Negan one, where Maggie had to work with Negan to get her son back from a villain. They're currently doing a Daryl and a cure one where Daryl has to get somebody that has the cure to safety so they can get the cure out to the world. And they have a future one where it's Rick and Michonne, where they're gonna do where they're gonna end Rick and Michonne's story arc. So it's gonna be like the end of Rick's story, which is the one that most Rick and Michonne fans from the main series. Which I think they should have ended the finale with Rick's story, but he left in season 9, which I know I told you about. Well, yeah. But they're doing 6 episodes, which I think is great. Like get in and out and end it, and yeah, they're doing the same with Daryl. They're only doing 6 episodes. They're doing the Rick and Michonne 6 episodes. They're only doing 6 episodes for these spin-offs. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I do think it is. I mean, the show did have a good, strong, and long run as itself. So these are all planned ones, right?
Oh yeah, no, the Rick one was planned from the start because Rick left because his family's in England. As I think I told you, but in family events, his family lived in England and he had to come here to film, and he had to live in Atlanta to film and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's crazy about Rick too is like just hearing him in interviews with his English accent.
Oh yeah,
I just never until watching like season 5 or something.
Yeah,
and then I actually sticked around for The Talking Dead, and I heard him talking, and I'm like, "What? You mean he doesn't actually have a southern accent?"
But yeah. Yeah, no, and I just saw a thing about an interview with him talking to Daryl, and an interview with Norman Reedus saying like he is like a legit like what do you call it, a like an actor that really gets into the role, like there's a name for it, like they get lost in the role, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're looking for a method actor.
Method actor, yes. Like Andrew Lincoln, like legit gets lost in the role. Like he was talking. I saw an interview. Like Norman Reedus was like, there was a scene where him and Jeffrey Dean Morgan were talking about something. Negan, and he was gonna punch Negan in a scene, and Andrew actually punched him, and he broke Jeffrey Dean Morgan's nose in that actual scene.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, and then I want to talk about another series. Like yeah, that's the one I'm most looking forward to. I want to talk about to do a quick beer off of Fear the Walking Dead. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I have.
That's the shittiest show of all.
Really?
You've heard of Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last 3 seasons they don't care about acting, and this one they've lasted 8 seasons, and they're finally ending in this October.
Yeah, so you're less than impressed with that one?
I'm just hate watching at this point. Yeah.
that's where I kind of fell at. Not to shit on the earlier Walking Dead ones, but just halfway through that one, that's kind of how I felt.
All right, so we talked about Barbie, we talked about Walking Dead. So I want to kind of talk about Fast and Furious real quick here.
Yeah.
Did you see?
How fast do you want to talk about Fast and Furious, and how furious are you going to get talking about Fast and Furious?
Did you see on my channel real quick how I'm how I binged all 11 movies, including Hobbs and Shaw, over 2 weeks time period because they're all 3 hours long?
Yeah, I see that, and I honestly think you might want to contact someone from the Guinness World Record book because I don't know if anybody's actually done
You're
that.
not
I
the
think
first
if
person
anybody
that-
has tried to do it that fast, I think they might have gone insane.
You're not the first person that said that. I might have gone insane for binging. Watch. That's one fast movie a day at least. You know that, right?
Yeah, that was way too fast and way too furious of a way to watch
Yeah.
Fast and Furious movies.
I'm like I said. I haven't. I don't know if I mentioned it. Like I said in the beginning, I'm about to reach my 5-year thing, and I want to do one last franchise. And I was like, I haven't watched any Fast movies. I've only seen clips online. I was like, let's do Fast and the Furious. How bad can that be? And it can be bad.
It can be bad. What was okay? I know it's pretty bad, but how? What was your favorite one?
Where they just strap a bunch of nitrous to a car and just strap a bunch of duct tape to the windows and they go to space.
I mean, out of the movies themselves, if you had to pick one to rewatch tomorrow, which might
Tokyo Drift with the Han, Justice for Hans. Let's go. Fight me. I seen the post that Uncle Greg made on Facebook. I know you've seen that too. Fight me. Tokyo Drift is my favorite.
It's It's the. I'm glad you picked that one. That's my favorite one too.
Yeah, no, Tokyo Drift is my favorite. So, so we talked about that. All right. Have you seen any of the current Marvel movies or TV shows?
The TV shows, I guess the last one I watched was the first season of Loki, and I watched all of, oh god, what's the WandaVision? I watched all of WandaVision. I watched Loki. I think that might be it. Besides like Daredevil, which is a bit of an older one. I think out of the new ones, it's just WandaVision and Loki.
What do you think
Are there other
Loki coming back in October?
What was that?
What do you think of Loki coming back in October?
I am psyched for it. Honestly, that first season was really good. I've been kind of pittering out on the Marvel movies themselves. After the last big Avengers movie that had came out. But those TV shows kind of brought me back in. Like I said, I haven't really kept keeping up on the movies as of late, but I am excited for that. Because season 1 of Loki was really trippy and really fun to watch.
Especially after the Jonathan Majors whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about? Go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, even on one thing with regards to Loki, I'm just really impressed that we didn't get like a really heavy Owen Wilson wow out of him that whole series. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
For my thing for Loki season 2, they better get a scene of him riding a jet ski. So yeah, let's talk about Barry.
Yeah, let's go into Barry, because this is the one that I am prepared for, and I did sit down and I did watch every single episode over the last month or two. And I gotta say, per your recommendation, as always, it was a trip. I've enjoyed every minute of it. And yeah, that show was crazy. I thought Bill Hader did a great job in it.
What'd you think
what's that?
I said, what'd you think of the last couple of seasons?
I was just going to get into that. I don't want to give any spoilers to anybody who wants to watch it.
We can talk about spoilers.
I thought, it started really, like crap started hitting the fan like at the end of season 2, like midway through the series.
No, we can talk about
halfway
spoilers.
through
I
the
can
fourth
just say
season.
spoilers. Like I can just give a spoiler. We can talk about spoilers now. So if you don't want spoilers, turn away.
I'm just all I'm gonna say is that like halfway through that series, like shit was hitting the fan, and it just kept snowballing, and I was really hoping that like Barry was gonna get like just better a little bit
But
each
he never
episode.
did. But he never did. What'd you think of? Like I said, I already said spoiler alert. So if you're not going to, I'm just going to. What do you think of that 8-year time jump?
That was interesting, and the fact that they did it like in the middle of a season was an interesting call. I didn't know what was going on at first. I had to like Google it and make sure I knew exactly what was happening. I wonder what actually happened, in terms of writing, if that was always planned or if they didn't like the direction it was going and they were like, the only way to fix this is to time
Oh
jump.
yeah, because of COVID. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
But all I can like I can't stop saying, Barry, you don't mean that. Like Bill Hank's does, because I loved Bill Hank's character.
Because my mom, I watched it with mom at the time it was airing, and she likes Noah Hank, and I kind of liked my ties between Barry and fucking not Fuchs, but I'm just say Barry. I said, what was your favorite character?
I think Bill Hank was my favorite character. I don't know how I felt about his girlfriend. I'm trying to remember her name.
The wife or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. I felt like her character, her character never learned and didn't really show too much development throughout the show. And well, honestly, one of my favorite episodes of that show. There's an episode where Barry's tasked with like trying to kill like a karate master, and he breaks into his house, and this guy's got like taekwondo trophies.
The fair little girl, yes.
Yeah, with the feral daughter. I thought that episode or those couple episodes were really good. Like the whole thing was entertaining through and through. So thank you for the recommendation on that. But Barry really did just seem to get crazier and crazier throughout the entire show.
I told you it's like I told you when I mentioned it to you. It's like the first 2 seasons are like a slow build, but like after that it kicks off.
Yeah, and I was watching it with my girlfriend Lauren, and just per your recommendation, I kept pausing it, and she said, "Oh, you can keep watching without me, but I kept pausing it and waiting for her, and then like halfway through season 2, it started really to pick up, and she was like, "You can't watch this without me. We have to watch it together. We have to know what happens."
But all right, so we talked about Marvel. Do you want to talk about It's Always Sunny?
I got one more for you relating to Bill Hader, though, and because you got me on a Bill Hader kick, as soon as I was done watching Barry, I went back and I watched Hot Rod.
Oh,
you remember that movie? When was the last time you saw that movie?
I got that recommended to me by my producer friend, and I have not watched that yet.
You haven't watched it yet? I can't recommend it enough. It's a really quick and easy watch. It's got I think Andy Samberg in it.
Yes, from 9-9, right? Brooklyn. Yeah. Brooklyn
Nine-Nine, and no, it's really funny. You got to give it a watch.
Yeah,
I think it's got Rebel Wilson, Bill Hader, Andy Samberg. And there's one or two. I think it's got Danny McBride in it as well.
I was recommended that the last time I recorded with my producer friend from Rooster Teeth. I have to watch that now that 2 people recommended it. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. That one's a good one.
So what you were saying again?
I said that, just you got to give it a watch. But yeah, if you want to move on and chat about Always Sunny, let's do it again. I only did one of my homework assignments, and that was watch it all day.
This last season was really great. They have Bryan Cranston and Jesse from Breaking Bad as a guest, and they just star as themselves.
What, in Always Sunny?
Yes, they try to sell them liquor, and they just star as because I think one of them have like a liquor brand or whatever, and they just try to sell them liquor, and Frank has a dildo up his ass in one episode where it's Frank versus Russia, and he's like, I can't do it. That's my favorite episode. Because he can't be gay. Exactly. He can't be gay for an episode. And I burst out laughing every time I watch it.
You gotta tell me exactly which episode that is, and I'll throw it on.
The third episode.
I haven't gotten into the groove of just binging all the new stuff quite yet.
That's the third episode, yeah. But
yeah, I'll definitely give that one a watch.
It's always funny. And then I was gonna talk about I know you haven't heard this in a while. Red versus Blue.
Yeah.
Their final season is airing this fall.
What season is that?
19.
19? And this is the very same Red versus Blue that came out, well, I'm guessing probably close to 19 years ago.
No shit.
Really?
I just spent the last 2 months catching up on it, and one of the seasons I liked, the other two I didn't. You'll have to guess which ones I did.
I gotta say, I remember watching. I can't remember what season Red versus Blue got to before they started doing their website subscription, because that's what you need. You need a subscription to the website.
They call it first. You're right. Yes.
Because I thought it was like 8 or 6 or 8 or something like that. But I remember when I was extra bored during COVID when that first hit in 2020.
That's
I went back and
Patreon thing. Yeah, they call it first. It's only $5, and I just wait till it hits YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I did too. But back in 2021 or 2020, that pandemic times, I did go back and I rewatched the first, I would say 6 seasons just for nostalgia.
My favorite line from Red vs. Blue is when Caboose gets brought in and he's like, "I am going on a trip to a field." I am going on a trip to a field.
I like his relationship with Sheila the tank. Is that the tank's name, Sheila?
Yeah, Sheila. Sheila, don't shoot him. Shoot him. But I know, at least last 2 months I spent rewatching the last couple seasons of Red vs. Blue to catch up, because I'm that type of ADD guy to, you know what I mean? But
so they're wrapping up after 19 seasons. That's what's going on.
They had their own multiverse thing, and I'm just gonna say it. I said I wasn't gonna say it. Their multiverse thing was my favorite one, where they traveled back in time. Yeah.
Everybody's got to do one. Everybody's got to do one.
After Marvel, yes. So I guess I'll hit my last note here. What current shows / I think we already did that, right? What current shows / movies you've been watching?
Got one more, and I'm going to watch another episode probably before I go to bed, but on, I guess it's called Max now, not HBO Max, but on Max there's a show called The Righteous Gemstones.
Yes, you mentioned that earlier, yeah.
Have you started watching that one yet?
No, do you want me to add that to my list?
I honestly think you should, and I do think that Amy would like it as well. It's got Danny McBride, Adam DeMant, and John Goodman in it. And it's about...
John Goodman, I like John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman is the top dog in this show, The Righteous Gemstones. What made me want to watch it is actually a country music artist I listen to by the name of Sturgill Simpson. He starts in season 3, so it got me interested just off that. But it's about evangelical mega church preachers, and John Goodman plays a guy who runs a mega church, and then it's just a whole drama series, so like surrounding that, and obviously, anything Danny McBride's in is kind of over the top and funny.
Is John Gilman? Is just like a spoiler? Is he kind of conning him, John Gilman?
Is he what now?
Is he kind of conning him, John Gilman? Remember, I went to film school for like 2 years. Is John Gilman conning him?
You're over the line, Donnie.
Remember when you watched that while drunk out of our minds that one night?
I mean, remember, not really, but vaguely.
So my recommendations, like I mentioned before we recorded, is Talk to Me, which is A24's newest demon movie, which is made by a group of YouTubers that just took off. It is really good. Have you seen Hereditary?
I did, yeah.
You did not see that one either?
No, I did see Hereditary.
Oh, no. Okay, so think of Hereditary, but like a group of teenagers taking that, but getting high off of summoning demons.
Yeah. I will put that one on my list for sure. That was a really good horror movie.
So yeah, that's an A24 movie, and then I just watched Marriage Story last night.
How'd you like that one?
Did you see that one?
I did not see that one, but I've heard of it. Good steep.
Adam Driver is really good as a divorced dad, and Scarlett Johansson, Lauren Dern plays a lawyer in it, and it took me. I was drunk while I watched it, I will admit, which does not surprise you. It took me halfway through to be like, holy shit, Laura Dern from Jurassic Park is the lawyer, because she doesn't have any makeup on in it. I was like, wow, that was Laura Dern as a lawyer. What? But it is really good.
Okay, I'll definitely check that one out.
It's on Netflix for free.
Sweet.
So,
and then I guess I'll leave. I think one or two suggestions too. That I've watched a couple good movies lately. Just the other week, I watched this movie called 3,000 Years of Longing. It's by the director. Yeah, it's by the director George Miller, and he did Mad Max Fury Road. And he did a lot of all the Mad Max movies.
And what's the other one?
And Mad Max Fury Road. I just pulled it up on Google, and what's funny is he's got every Mad Max movie ever made. He directed. That movie's got Idris Elba in it. The 3,000 Years of Longing one does. But the other movies that George Miller has directed is Happy Feet, Babe the Pig, Happy Feet 2.
Jesus Christ!
A couple other movies that are polar opposites.
Came in.
What's that?
I said, I should Babe the Pig, and flashbacks of middle school just came flooding in.
And then I was trying to think. I thought I had one other movie. Oh yeah, I just watched the movie Smile.
Oh,
I can't remember which one.
That earlier. I've been recommended that twice. I'm gonna add that to this because now I'll add that.
You should definitely put that one on the list because that was a really good horror movie. That one kind of screwed me up a bit for a day or two.
That's probably not gonna screw me up though because I've seen probably twice as much screw that shit. So yeah, we're actually almost 32 minutes in.
Yeah.
I said we're actually 32 minutes in to time frame.
I don't know what the time limit was, but if we hit it, good on us, because that's a lot of content.
The normal time limit is 20, and we're 32.
Good. We'll start the new year off right.
All right. So, any final word you want to say here?
No. Just James the Sheriff Dixon. Like and subscribe and follow and do all the things that you got to do. And Happy New Year to everyone. And this year will be the year of the sheriff.
Oh yeah, it's always the year of the sheriff.
Yes, sir.
I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.